I mean, I find it heartening. I think also one thing that's frightened people is that with all the NATO and American help, Ukraine still, what a slog it is to push back Russia. Can you imagine what it'd be to fight China? No country can do it on its own. But first, that war in Ukraine, it has to be won, General. Ukraine is desperate for weapons for its soldiers. The US has just agreed to send cluster bombs. And the head of NATO said, well, look, at this NATO summit, there've just been made some fresh promises of weapons. Here he is.
And just over the last few days, allies have made substantial new announcements. France has announced that they will deliver long-range cruise missiles. Germany just announced a new package with air defense and armored vehicles. And the US made yet another big announcement of more military support, and many other allies have made different types of support.
General Jack Keane, for me, the frustration, of course, is that, so much of these deliveries, it could have been done before and should have been. That would have been much more helpful. But what you've seen being promised at this NATO summit, is it enough?
Well, no, it's not enough. And the frustration we have, while the support has been significant, the timing of the support and the introduction of weapon systems haven't been anywhere near the time schedule that Ukraine wanted. They requested advanced fighter aircraft last year, and they still haven't received them. Training is going to begin on those aircraft, which is a step in the right direction, but a year late. They've requested these long-range cruise missiles and long-range artillery weapons last year, and some of them still haven't arrived yet. There are cruise missiles from the UK there, but the long-range missiles from the United States are not there. It looks like the United States is going to provide them, but none of them are there in time for this offensive that the Ukrainians are conducting. So there is a frustration. I mean, I believe this, Andrew, having watched this closely and been involved in it with the Institute for the Study of War every single day, that the United States in particular has believed that they give Ukraine enough weapons not to lose, but not sufficient weapons to win decisively. And when it looks like things may not go Ukraine's way, then they ante up more capability to make certain that Ukraine doesn't lose. But Ukraine wants to take all its territory back, liberate all its people, which is understandable. That is what victory looks like for Ukraine, and we should be supporting that, but we're not. I
think that's a good point. The one thing delay means is that Ukraine gets fewer and fewer soldiers to keep fighting because they die. General Jack Keane, always great to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, great talking to you, Andrew. Thank you.